Hi, this is Chris from My Stamp Lady. I'm so glad you're here to stamp with me. Today we're using the Better Together stamp set with the sponge brayer. So I've run this through. This is the thick cardstock, and I've run it through the Big Shot with the polka dot embossing folder. And now I'm going to use this new sponge brayer from Stampin' Up to apply ink. And I'm doing 3 colors. The first one is Flirty Flamingo, and I've sped it up here so that you don't have to watch me do it until I get the intensity that I like. So just keep going, you add a little ink and add it to the cardstock. You can pop off the little inserts, the sponge inserts, and just put in a new one. So I'm switching colors to So Saffron, and you can look, and it doesn't look like there's much ink on my sponge, but there is, so be sure to test it. You also don't want to push really hard when you're going over your ink pad because the plastic handle can scratch your ink pad. There are 2 handles in a set and 4 sponge inserts. The last color I'm going to do is Pool Party. So you'll see me swap here over to Pool Party and adding the ink until I get the intensity that I want. The sponge I used with the Flirty Flamingo was quite stained, so I did wash it off and got the ink out. There is some residue ink left that stained the sponge, but I can switch colors now and it doesn't give off the other color. Now I'm pulling back in the So Saffron sponge, or the one I used with the So Saffron, to just kind of blend those edges. Taken a piece of cardstock and punched with the triple banner punch. I like to punch before I stamp so that I can get the placement for where that flag is going to be, or that notch is going to be punched out. I have stamped the happy birthday in Flirty Flamingo on this flag, and now I'm punching a piece of Pool Party. They're both 1.5 inches, and I'm just going to layer them to get a little background for my happy birthday flag. Okay, my background is dried, so I'm going to mount that on my card base. It is a piece of thick white cardstock that is 4¼ by 11 inches, and I have scored that at 5½ inches and folded to make my card base. I'm using the fast views to mount this onto the card base. So next I am mounting my little flag or banner with the happy birthday. I've already stamped and cut out the little birthday hat included in the set and colored it with So Saffron and Pool Party inks, and just going to mount that right above my happy birthday. My embellishment I prepared ahead of time also. It is a length of the silver sequin trim, and I just tied a piece of the thick white baker's twine around it and then tied a bow at the top. Mount that on with a mini glue dot, and it adds a little bling to that. And to finish off my card, it took 3 of the silver sequins and the fine tip glue and just mounted those to the front, going up to finish off, bringing your eye up to that upper right corner. What I like about the Better Together set is there's an inside stamp coordinating, so I've stamped that for the inside, so I actually have something for there. If you have any questions about what I've done, don't hesitate to contact me, Chris at mystamplady.com. You can find all these supplies in my online store at shopwithmystamplady.com. Thanks a lot for stamping with me today.